Jesus said, "Man cannot live on bread alone, but from every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." You're listening to Daily Truth.
People say, judge not. Okay, but let's finish the text. Matthew chapter 7, verses 1 through 5 says, judge not, lest you too be judged. For with the same measure of judgment that you render to others, you too will be judged. But then it goes on in the very next verse, I believe it's verse 6 of Matthew chapter 7, that says, do not cast your pearls before swine or give what is holy to dogs. Well, how do you determine who is a swine and who is a dog? Right? If we're being commanded, don't give pearls to swine. Don't give what's holy to dogs. You know what you have to do in order to obey that commandment? You have to be able to determine who is swine, who is dogs. Well, what's a word for determining what judgment. You make a judgment. Of course you do. So what is the condemnation in Matthew chapter 7, verse 1 through 5? Is it a blatant condemnation of making all judgments? If that's the case, then there would be no category for discernment. Did you know, brothers and sisters, that biblical discernment, which we are not just merely allowed to exercise, but again, commanded in Scripture to exercise again and again and again and again, biblical discernment is nothing more than making judgments. So what is forbidden? What's the prohibition? Judgment? No. Wrong judgment. Wrong judgments is what the Christian is prohibited from. Righteous judgments are good. It's the same as I said before our service when it comes to biblical patriarchy. Rulership, male headship, men ruling, father rule is not something that's bad. The commandment is not to not rule. Rather, the commandment of God to men is to rule righteously, to rule well, to rule as servants with courage, with love, with compassion. All these things. So rule well. Likewise, make good judgments. Make good judgments.